First up on today's show, we have a story with Ben Dustin and Chloe Mills.
After that, we have a video with Ben Dustin and Nathan.
Then to close out the show, we have Zach Steiglitz here for Global Conflicts.
All of that and much more coming up on Flyer News.
Good morning, FHS. Today is a Wednesday, November 17th with Day 7 with peers running CBGFE. I'm Mahid Khan.
And I'm Kanwardeep, Randhawa. Welcome back to Daily Bee Talks.
Today's interesting fact about bees is that in order to produce a kilogram of honey, bees fly the equivalent flying around the world 3 times in air miles.
Not only that, bees fly about 20 miles per hour.
However, that's enough bee talk on our side. And now onto the story by Ben Dustin and Chloe Mills.
The American bumblebee, an endangered species? For the past 20 years, the American bumblebee population has declined significantly due to habitat loss, disease, and pesticides. The American bumblebee population has declined by 89% over the last 20 years and is near extinction. The Fish and Wildlife Service, FWS, is considering putting the bumblebee on the endangered species list for the first time in history. The FWS has launched a 1-year review to see if they can protect the bumblebee under the Endangered Species Act. Bumblebees are so important to save because they are our central pollinators of the many foods we eat, like melons, tomatoes, peppers, and strawberries. Do bumblebees need protection of the Endangered Species Act now? If you see a bumblebee, try not to kill it. Thank you, FHS. Now let's take it back to the desk.
Yesterday, Tuesday, November 16th, the Biden administration planned to buy about 5 million doses of Pfizer's experimental antiviral COVID-19 pill, almost finalizing the project. However, President Joe Biden saw Pfizer's great 89% of hospitalization or death risk reduction data, and he doubled the order. This week, an announcement will be made about the Biden administration purchasing those 10 million Pfizer experimental antiviral COVID-19 pill doses, with a licensing agreement from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. What do you think about this?
Recently, Australia is planning to go on a lockdown while most countries plan to go back to a normal. But this is a normal lockdown where the whole country goes to lockdown. The catch is unvaccinated have to go on lockdown. The Australian government, however, does state unvaccinated people will be allowed to leave their home only for work and food or shopping and emergencies. This is very debatable because some arguments are about if the unvaccinated people will take it seriously and leave, or if they will just follow the rules and stay home. But at the end of the day, the main goal of the government is if the people of their nation will get vaccinated, and if it will work.
Hey Connor, did you see the new trailer for the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie?
Of course, wasn't expecting the animation to be in 3D.
Me too. Diary of a Wimpy Kid has always been one of my childhood favorite book series.
Same. I guess we both had the same childhood.
Absolutely, but to give us more of an insight on the topic, we have Ben and Nathan.
Hey everyone, you're here with me and Nathan reviewing the recent announcement of the new Diary. Hey everyone, you're here with me and Nathan reviewing the recent announcement of the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie.
One of the most beloved books and movie series is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid one. So far, there are 14 books and 4 movies in the series.
Recently, Disney has announced the arrival of a new movie, and it's animated.
But why?
Well, the last movie, called The Long Haul, about a disastrous road trip, only scored 18% in terms of Rotten Tomatoes. It also featured its fair share of bad jokes.
But we don't live on farms. We're normal people.
You're saying folks that live on farms ain't normal.
The Rotten Tomatoes rating makes this movie substantially below the average score of 60%. The other movies in this series regularly score near average on the Rotten Tomatoes scale.
One of the biggest upsets of The Long Haul was the new actors, replacing the iconic characters that had been in the past 3 movies.
Well, we know that the last movie was a huge disappointment, but what's Disney's plan for this one?
That's the key question. Many suspect that Disney is animating this movie in order to avoid any more disappointments over the actors. but we can't say that the animation in this movie isn't just as questionable.
But anyways, we'll let you be the judge of that.
First of all, this is a journal, not a diary. Tomorrow is the first day of middle school. Luckily, I'm not alone in this middle school thing. I've got my best friend, Riley.
Here's what you need to know. Watch where you sit on the first day of school. Don't use the bathroom on the second floor. And finally, don't get the cheese touch. Because if you do, you might as well be dead.
Wow, what did you think of that, Nathan?
Well, Ben, it was quite the introduction. Let me tell you that. The feedback from fans has been good so far. I'm looking forward to it.
Same here. I have high expectations for this one. Anyways, folks, expect this movie to hit the theaters on December 3rd, 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the theaters.
And in the hallways.
These past couple of years have been very tough for everyone.
Sadly, with these rough past years, many conflicts didn't resolve but instead continued to grow.
Yes, however, we have seen the growth of humanity in many people when they join together to solve these problems.
We love to see it. Now we have Zach Staglitz live here to talk about global conflicts.
No one ever hated, just try to use imagination.
Airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that
Hello and welcome back to Global Conflicts. To start, you may have heard the crisis at the Polish and Belarusian border. This is a deep conflict, but to explain it simply, Belarus has been undergoing riots since the August 2020 election, when authoritarian President Alexander Lukashenko was elected into a sixth term in office. Currently, thousands of migrants have flocked to Belarus's border with Poland, hoping to get to Western Europe. The problem is most of them are stuck at the border and the conditions are not good. They are experiencing a lack of food and medical care and more. Also, to continue on one of my topics from last week, the COVID situation in Eastern Europe has not gotten any better. Doctors in Bulgaria have canceled routine surgeries to help COVID patients, and that's just a start. Similar to what I said last week, because of the mistreated medical care system, it set the stage for the outbreak. Overall, leaders shouldn't forget to act because COVID cases are only increasing. Another thing that is only increasing is the climate. Recently, the Glasgow Climate Pact has been adopted. 200 nations agreed to adopt it, and here are some of the main goals. They want to target fossil fuels, and they made new rules for global carbon markets. There were also countries such as the U.S. that promised to cut down on methane emissions. Hopefully, one day, climate will get better. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Global Conflicts. I'm Zach Steiglitz, and back to the desk.
Sadly, that's all for today's episode of Flyer News. You can rewatch this broadcast again at 5 and 7 o'clock on channels 8 Comcast, 15 RCN, or 41 Verizon Fios.
Or you can watch this and other broadcasts under the FEC TV tab on the school's website or on our YouTube channel.
However, make sure to watch today's great episode of Early Bird, hosted by Griffin Yarmaloff and Shay Curry. I'm your host, Kanwardeep.
And I'm Mahid. Have an amazing Wednesday, Flyers, and we'll see you again live on the next episode of Flyer News.
Yeah. When I get chills at night, I feel it deep inside. Without you, yeah. Know how to satisfy, keeping the tempo right. Without you, yeah. Pictures in my mind on party on. Turn it up, it's your favorite song. Dance, dance, dance to the distortion. Turn it up, keep it on repeat. Stumbling around like a wasted zombie. Yeah, we think we're free. Drink this one's on me. We're all chained to the rhythm, to the rhythm, to the rhythm.
All it takes is one flight. We'd be in the same time zone. Looking through your timeline, seeing all the rainbows. I got an idea, and I know that it sounds crazy. I just wanna see you. Oh, I gotta ask, do you got plans tonight? I'm a couple 100 miles from Japan, and I was thinking I could fly to your hotel tonight. Cause I can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off my mind.